Otabil, Assistant Director, Other Financial Institution Supervision Department, and no Ewo Bank of Ghana. Mr. Otabil, Machi.
I'm watching.
Apum, you watch it.
Pumboko, is here,
Papa.
Is here a TFOS.
Ya Jodo Papa Pay. Dr. Lord Mensah, a Senior Lecturer, Finance Department, University of Ghana, Legon. Teacher Penny, Machi.
I'm watching.
Boko there. Let's just send the obituary idea. Mrs. Joyce Frimpong, your board member, Ghana Association of Microfinance Companies. Auntie Joyce, Machi. Boko there. Mr. Bank of Ghana, Microfinance, why am I not to me?
You Kwame, senior Winim Dadano, Nanu Fiadano, and Bank of Ghana Edituja, say microfinance institutions, Nibi, Edumano Moyano, or more, and to me, I press ye, Ecosim Pempen Subia. Na, I was said to me, Crata, nearly among some for ye, Jumano. Na, I was a yetrisan. Na, the distinction na a woman, the woman is saying, the institutions themselves were insolvent. Omwankasa edwuma na omoye no na omo to me anye no e kwanya Bank of Ghana expect say omo befa so ade aye edwuma no 155 omo de omo de omwankasa ato shop they close shop na omo decide say omo ye edwuma ne biu eno so kra etiambra because there must be orderly entry and orderly exit. Okay. And so we decided say, oh, but you crack out to me, crack out the you should let the regulator know. Remember Bank of Ghana swat I can say you may mean you and Kofu with the Maggio Musica, but you biaka and Mindio biaka and Tino Molines is about the Mamino and Uni Medasi and 192 a woman so dear. They've not been able to maintain the business purely on the basis they drifted from the vision that they had initially set themselves. So it's PFN vision drift. I mean, a micro by the name itself, you're supposed to go into small loans and things that would not expose you too much. But if you don't have the capital buffer to support a human awayano, now betting a microfinance company be acquire and take financing of a construction that is way above Omakasa capital provision then there's a problem. Others more or less omajiji nkrofosika na omwa divert into either private use or related businesses this sort of co-mingling of their operations with that of their associates and also their own private entities then you have to look at it as a continuum. You would have a situation whereby an institution Ebeka said the business plan we do the personality note assessment, projections, and then we look at the botaya mudisi almost say maybe a microfinance then they do what we call the regulatory arbitraging. You come in at a low end and then you start going into big ticket transactions. When you're bank or any other institution and you don't have the capital support, because the capital is the first line of the first line of defense against any kind of shocks in your business enterprise. And people only get to know the action that Bank of Ghana has taken at the time that action has to be taken at the revocation level. But among who say they are required as regulated institutions that regularly numbers submitting some returns to us are a predetermined figures are pay. And this is what we use to look at, for instance, liquidity level, capital adequacy, the general profitability. What they buy, who you revenue. We can even tell, say maybe you are at the verge of losing a substantial part of your business, because if it's even a manufacturing, if it's even a trading, and an auditor in your bank examiner realizes that there is there is a tendency within the shortest possible time or within the foreseeable future a significant part of your operation could be curtailed, which invariably means you would now be moving to a stage of what, insolvency. So you realize it's starting kakan liquidity. Ubiako, yes, mame, you make 100 says into cobra, memo part thereof, a whole lot of things. Then from liquidity, we sit down with you, we give you all the necessary hand holding. Now I can say, okay, Kofa, if it's a capital adequacy that is an issue, bring a capital restoration plan that is, acceptable to the regulator. Then from there, and then we move on to the other areas of it. Because you see, let's make it clear. There are institutional idiosyncrasies. I just say institution behind it, they are different, and therefore it's not a push the button kind of approach. Say you call your light on, light off. Oh, you call your switch button. 347 institutions. You should all, be out of place. But the significant part is that they all became insolvent, one way or the other. If it's from area of poor corporate governance, maybe it's area of poor loan, administration, leading to a whole lot of delinquency issues or to me and handle. You may also look at it from the credit administration system, from the loan origination. Who say you don't have, the person hasn't got a capacity to pay back a facility, but the fact that you are chasing interest rate, you go ahead and give that facility out, and immediately you book an interest income based on that amount into all these things go on, and it's purely lack of discipline as finance people. So I always tell people, say, just as gravity pervades fixes, so does risks pervade finance. Every financial action will be taken, it comes with some element of risk. Even doing nothing is risky. You lose money out of it. If indeed you could have invested that money in any other financial product, any income, be it a CD or even 20 pesos. So, Kwame, as I said, in institutions, and conducted and or how can see and their brain.
Interestingly, Michelle Baby Ufia, we assistant director, other financial institutions supervision department. So it comes back to my question, and takes me to my question. Supervision. Abane senya bedu baby edui. Womra more supervision department. I was saying maybe we shouldn't have gotten here. How come? One of mine to man you
this is a question that keeps coming up all the time. And let me just make it clear that you conduct supervision with humility. You don't conduct supervision with what? Arrogance into institution start here and when we begin to you go there and just close down the institution. There are supervisory structures are in place. Some of it are enshrined in law, and the institution that will supervise are also expected to respect the provisions of the law. So when these statutory provisions are there, and the people that you are supervising are not respecting that, then of course that will make the work of the supervisor very, very difficult. It's a two-way thing, and we must all be guided and bound by the provisions of the law, and above all, be ethically minded in the activities that we conduct. Now, it's important. So, Ubehu say, when I said I became earlier, we have to be a friend of a prompt corrective action. A situation say you say institution yaman the license on according to the dictates of the law and how they are supposed to perform now returns, but they bring their regular returns. There will be idea more on a regular basis on best idea the Bank of Ghana, that is or off-site a report be on the baba and the your markers on better I feel it's a way say in a city no more the bar na so yashim who say okay the indicators are good, and then we will then rate them whether they are satisfactory, unsatisfactory, they are critical, or whichever way we feel that the institution should go. Now when we notice from the report on Mankasari Philip Yabano, when we will say there are some emerging risks in the institutional work now you to me based on a risk-based approach you say this area needs further probing. Then we'll go there, doing our own little scoping, pre-planning and all that. Your core institution, our on-site examination of the work that has been submitted. But by and large, Obekorona Obiwa, near Odia Bro, so on one casa no diasha, when your Bank of Ghana natural. On one casa, the Odia Bro, any the situation you go and found, or in the institution on the ground, completely at variance, at odds. So you realize that the people themselves, they will adopt an approach in order to outwit the supervisor. Now, it's very important, say, in the supervisory framework now, at all times, we make sure, say, we have at the heart of everything that we do the financial stability. The financial system must not suffer simply because, say, Obia or see Obeye Juma in a particular way, no, it decided to do the opposite of what Onwakasa Wakano. And we may be very quick to blame the work of the supervisor in a situation of this particular nature. But then it will also be good, say, in this particular case, even looking at the MFI situation, for example, I can give you a very little brief history. There's some overview. No one will say, and yes, says the supervisor went to sleep, folded arms, and then woke up one day and say, Eureka, we discovered something, and therefore this is what we should do. Now, until 2008, even in the mid-2000s, around 2005, International Year of Microfinance, Professor Yadus Munma, based on the microfinance situation. And 2008, and Ghana, we came up with the Non-Bank Financial Institution Act 774. Before that, the microfinance institutions were not under the purview of the central bank. So that gave us the regulatory cover for us to be able to now supervise the institutions. Now, we've been with them. And the Bank of Ghana, when the Bank of Ghana realized, okay, these in some of them, they are getting, quite big in number. And therefore, there's the need for us to focus specifically on these non-bank financial institutions or these specialized deposit-taking institutions. And no NMA, other financial institution supervision department of the Bank of Ghana, was decoupled out of the banking supervision department. Hitherto no mina one. So we gave it special attention, special focus. And I said, in the supervisory work, when said there is something that the institution is doing that is not right, that the law provides what you are supposed to do, letters that you are supposed to write to them, you have to get the management involved. In fact, the primary basic thing in every institution, be it a bank or a trade network or an FMCG, fast-moving consumer goods and all of that, you have the directors, the board, and the senior management of the organization. They have the onerous responsibility of making sure that the institution is properly run. The supervisor goes in there to make sure that whatever is being done conforms to what is expected out of that particular institution. And we've given them that attention till 2015. Then we realized that, look, these institutions are growing.
All the way till 2015.
Yes, I can say by 2015, the realization was that there was a case of what I would call the pause and reflect kind of situation. There, now you look back, because you see, as a central bank, what do? It's about thinking, studying, and reflection, and of course with supplication, with Bible, because the central banker has to be a bit more prayerful, because human credulity knows no bounds. Nia wakache ni pase mo no eno na obekwa akwaye into the obekache say say kwan we near far ebeye onufu say onimo. Then it gets to a case where individual private logic it becomes collective failure. Obia to office medium betimi aye ni say no akwa a certain level we so individually and on my and collectively in 347 billion. But by 2015 we said no, let's pause and reflect on this in subsector. The say, have we really gotten the right people to do the business? So there were no more licenses from 2015, from 2016, no more licenses.
2016, after that moment, will be a license.
No, from 2016, no more licensing. And it was all part of the exercise to make sure that we have the right kind of people who are engaged in the business of microfinance. Because after all, the micro level or the introduction of that space was to help that those at the bottom of the pyramid, at the micro level, to me have access to the big formal banking environment, will be able to have some level of financial intermediation, and they will also be able to mobilize surplus funds, no matter how little it is, at very remote areas or peri-urban centers and all of that, and make that surplus funds available to those with deficit or those who need money to carry out their operations. So as long as the credit cycle is working well, then you expect some element of fluidity that ultimately will also help economic growth. Indeed, the supervisor or the supervisory structures are well defined. Some are governed by law. Some of the provisions within law may require more than 60 days of engagement with these institutions before we now go in. So there are PCAs that must be adopted, and make sure, say, the right thing is done, and that you don't open yourself to all kinds of legal suits. So this history should then inform you, say, the supervisor has been extremely engaging, and I'm sure my colleague here will testify to that, because we've been engaging with them.
Quick questions, Ansana Makubisa, Auntie Joyce, dog, these are my lessons. Now, microfinance companies, he said, Edgeman no more. Oma Jijiska, Oma Bobosia, Niadie. 122 to me, 192 of them. My job license. 155 the Musi Munya Jumakra. Inti Inkofusike Omoho, Bosion Mabobo, Ne Ohonina no Moyende.
You call me the quick correction is 155 don't one kasa egu kra.
Okay.
Yen ya tutum kra. And 192 no so egu. Eni so no ebeye o se de omo ye adwuma pa bi. But deeper into it, and now who say when you look at the numbers. And as I said, it's not just based on some predefined algorithms. Where they say, okay, we are looking at profitability index, so you go in a gain ratio, you look at the interest cover. We just don't do that. You look at it in consideration to the business environment operating, and you can see a trend that indeed the company's profitability is reducing based on so many factors. Now, specifically, the government has made available funds. They undertaking this particular action, and it is purely the case. Deposited funds must be protected, and therefore we avoid a situation. A few bad now. This time is many though. You cannot say 347 is few. Of those who have found themselves in this space, will do the right thing and ensure, say, you don't really, get depositors, frustrated, as it were, or to the point where some of them, if care is not taken, could even take their own lives. And we hide, behind the good news, oftentimes to bring out the bad, because that's what, oftentimes we know, because what makes news? And what is news? The first day of journalism class, let everybody up. What is news? Is it unusual? Is it topical? Is this? And therefore, we can always try to put up what makes news, but we don't accentuate the positives. Out of the number, we have a few, about 137, over 130 that are working. So that should rather tell you that there were some that, at least we're doing something good. So it is not the case that we want to close down an institution, go home, because there's no delight in doing that. There's a provision for all depositors.
900 million cedis, no?
Yes, 900 million is made available by the
government. Because the young say Scania bear 1.2 billion.
Well, the envelope that has been provided is based on the estimated number of depositors per the records that are available to us.
So what if he exceeds the 900?
Well, when we get to that bridge, we'll cross it, because at the end of the day, the ultimate is to protect depositors' funds. So if we are going to protect depositors' funds, then we will make sure that at every point in time, we have the depositors' interest covered.
One of the big things is when Kokrokoo job losses in Kokrokoo. Does that factor in any of these things?
Kwame, this is a very, very delicate balancing act. Why do I say that? I've had this question severally, and the issue is quite simple. Yakasa 155 there, or close to shop, there are no jobs there. And Yakasa 192 were active. Now, the active 192, we've also stated clearly, say they were insolvent. Now, when an institution is an insolvent, obviously the test is there. You know what an insolvent institution looks like. So most of the insolvent institutions, if the institution is insolvent, has not got the money to run the business, where is the institution getting the money to pay the workers? That's the first question you should ask. Now let's assume that all of them, the 192, they were insolvent, but they were regularly paying their workers. Maybe some out of some benevolence, which is never shown to us on paper though, or the worst case scenario, or possibly in their case, the best case scenario is to use depositors' funds to pay the workers. But let me also tell you that some of the workers themselves, for these institutions, had complained about the fact that they were not being paid for months. And it is understandable because the institutions themselves were insolvent. So the balancing act here is that would you now allow a few people that were employed, in these institutions to now be taking depositors' funds and create the wider systemic risk that is most likely going to threaten the financial stability of this country. Nobody would allow that. And there's no delight in saying that we've closed shop and people must actually go home. In the near term, immediately, those that were employed in this institution, these are the people that the receiver is actually also using to do the validation, to do the necessary work that needs to be done so the process can be completed. The receiver in due course will now make it known as to the level of engagement that is going to have with those who are employed there. So yes, there is that tendency, or it is right for anyone to assume, and it's not even difficult to see the possible consequences. But such a balancing delicate act had been thought through. We built all the scenarios, the what ifs. We looked at everything possible that needs to be looked at, and it is the best decision, and that has been. Finally,
Sanamako, Joyce Sanamako Doko. So, looking at the CA with the banks, why win in the area? 900 million now, Okano. Say, a taxpayers' money,
it's coming from, yes, it's fiscal resources and making it available. So,
ain't here taxpayers, yeah, you can edit here. Say, Ghana Fusican edit here.
Ghana Fusican edit here, yeah.
Ain't he, in all of it, nobody will be prosecuted. Yeah,
oh yes, I see where you're coming from. Yes, in the release you're making it very clear. Say receiver Akuma or where it is identified, say there were acts of criminality. I mean, acts involving directors, shareholders, related persons to these institutions that involves other law enforcement agencies to come into the fore. I mean, that action will also be taken. I mean, that is a sad part. That is what really saddens me, that we would have people who will not be mindful of the fact that their actions most likely would have such consequential effects on the whole economy and go about doing their business anyhow they want it to be. Because you see, if we all went about what we call the categorical imperative test, if we all went about and did exactly what some of these people have done, taking other people's money when it is convenient, close shop and run away, what kind of society will we be building? So we would all want to see that we don't continue in the vein of always going to government, because we all know what the fiscal envelope really is. We know the cries of the finance minister. We know what other social interventions that we need to have in play in order to address some of these issues. But it's also important that we have a very strong and vibrant financial sector, which is so crucial to all the policies and all the transformational initiatives that the government is undertaking. So, Kwame Metiasipa, and I think that every Ghanaian should be worried about this.
Mrs. Joyce Frimpong, a board member, Ghana Association of Microfinance Companies. Ansanono Ekasano Ora Bernard Otterbell, Assistant Director, Other Financial Institutions Supervision Department of Bank of Ghana. And I'm in Canada. But on a very light note, pharmacist Sam Donko says to tell you that Coach Unai sends his greetings. I leave it there. Auntie Joyce.
Yes, sir.
Nyabatu munye say.
Say mefa sa kwenye so na makan good morning to a T4 and
yeah Joso batu ni wo from parent
and good morning so to the association members. Ne atu ye de very serious. O share ebusia staff ne the repercussions that is going to have on all of us now, a very serious. Your platform, maybe I do one bobo near there. Ironically, no, on a day not say we be seen. We were in a meeting. You were in Shemu near breakfast meeting and na discussing how Bank of Ghana is going to go about this move. Send your own baba, na ye discussions and ye point then you know by 5:30 na you say first we are posting our platform so say this is what they have come to the office and they've sacked all the staff and they have changed padlocks near there nti a serious idea a we are not saying what we are saying, we are with them. We are agreeing with the Bank of Ghana to strengthen the sector, financial sector. And I agree, say there are serious issues therein that they have to strengthen the sector. No, but members need to feel say, send your call about it. The final stages, no, na a bit too harsh.
Just a crown so, but Omoan I didn't know my.
Oh. Feel say some members feel that they are now in a better position and license. And what the association have done is that create help desk. Put it together all the members' grievances now. They are called back to Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana, they have always been dialoguing with us, team be discussions now. We believe say all the what the members are saying here, put it together. Now the qua almost be shum. None also 2 year number boy near there 2 years.
Office on ben case by case basis. And you'll be on the problem here the same.
There be.
Interest Rubian in the
as Rubian in the they had issues. Bank of Ghana came to their place. They raised issues, serious issues that they needed to deal with, which over a period of time, almost to me, I resolve those issues that Bank of Ghana are raising against them. So as we speak now, those issues now are resolved, and so they don't think that with those issues resolved, they should take their license from them.
Let's on the Bank of Ghana.
We are putting it together, and I'm sure we'll get back to them. Discussion. We are sure say the case by case, no matter boy.
Monkita with the innocent and yet, Namunim say BBC.
Oh, yes. Yenimpa.
Munim, sorry. Yes. Revocation of license near the Aba.
Yes. Yenimpa. Yenim say.
Again, I'm with your
Yeko meetings are Yedi one bobo near cancer. Put your house. We were a EBA can say put your house in order. Near Ubeti Munim say SSL Oyeno. According to Bank of Ghana requirements, no, but more than na ye. But we won't say sector nankasa bedru be financial sector nankasa bedru baby. Yeah, particularly, no, we were more affected because obia kasa or see microfinance. CSS SUA microfinance. Sebe obi I could be a yibi odifie no digi or on a Kokrokoo at the BIS microfinance. And we were hard hit where at a point, we lost a lot of confidence in the system. Ebe do persua. Say only obi baby to so bu high was so this a schedule money. No new obi kokasa about say on money can fan schedule money man. I say oh na module say too risky. BBI a microfinance, and that is one of the issues that we have always been battling with. Say BBC I say a microfinance, So these are some of the issues. A lot of us were trying to do it, put our house in order, to do the things that we are expected to do, but it can't say
Now, Auntie Joyce, banking crisis no affecting me because Monkrofo be near Matches or more can say or more invest in some of these big banks.
Yeah.
Or more accounts for some of these big banks now. More members is this a concern?
Yes. Yeah. A lot of members have almost the Sika Kotutu Ebu savings and loans. We have cases of savings and loans. We have cases of members in Sika Kotu investment houses by requirement. And I was say we see Sikana Wodiji free members. Customers as I say would be a CA now in times of crisis by financial liquidity issues facets can now be share with customers we have cases of that up to now yenum be liquidity issues, serious liquidity issues because of these monies that are locked up in some of these banks.
And a Bank of Ghana anyway,
oh yes, I remember.
Bernardo tabu ma share no mu fi.
It is scan wo ho e wo mo ho a se wo pe scan the amount of customers are winya. This is one of the issues, serious issues that we are also battling with. Yes, but I know we have even made a list. So the association have put a list together. They are working on it.
Your people feel let down?
Yeah.
I mean, Bank of Ghana has taken a decision. Musumo can say you saw it coming. At this point, what's left? Then I
can't say we still have some of our members who are coming out with some of these issues. The first thing is that we are putting the list together to go and show it to them to see what they can do about it. Near to us only say the proposals be a command Bank of Ghana. One pair say our proposals now they common about the remaining ones, 137 na kano. So bomodiana boyen na yensu in future, some of the things are happening, will not happen. I'm sure we have all learned the lessons. We have had bad nuts coming among us. Some have come with genuine intentions. We microfinance, I say. Microfinance, but they be if you see the mensa womb, into a binuma babefra. Inti kakra na ye ni Bank of Ghana na adwuma but ye stress 137 na aka no omomua ye yentimi nyina yie.
We are board member Ghana Association of Microfinance Companies. Question back when nipa bibia na asem back when nipa bibia kan say mo doso dodo. How do you react to that? Yes, mo doso dodo. Because to think that Bank of Ghana has shut down what 195 still plus another 155. Still over 100. That's a model also do. What do you think?
Oh, Brakwame, say a doors no dear you apply for license. What you say? And
regulator no.
Your doors from a regulator na my doors. Enti eno dear Sunday for point no dear your doors regulator na my doors.
But when you need some also.
Oh, there be an also because Oshemua, we are serving the informal sector. Edwedifo. Na brapa Moshe Chrome ha, Edwedifo Ghana ha, Edwedifo na doso.
Yeah.
Enkrasefo farmers, all those people. Omo doso wo Chrome ha as against colorful. Enti say ye kase ye che ye pane ya konkurase ne akoye adwuma no na ya boa ya support omo financially ye no so
o microfinance company antum
pacho David
enti dia na wo ya ye pepepe enti ankai fo no ye
oh enye se won se o kase dia na me ye pepepe a enye se minuanom a ya to omo die num sebe omo nyina na bonne na ye I agree say binu wo mu a omo animra no so mission drift ba mu ni ade but dodo na so enam kwan no so ebeduru baabi on say adwuma ye na eduru baabi se wodi sika ehim na medical kan se wo kope sika na obi aka kire say adwuma am wo ye de metimi ma wo sika mfa nhim eduru baabi ebedu baabi no obetache o reserves ebedu baabi afa adwuma no na ekofom nti insolvency doesn't mean say why niam abone dem pembia da bi
ebi na maybe na nko
bia sika wo pedia shame at a point in time no and na ama
Ghana for bro for be human face officer say ka Bank of Ghana be sir yes is a human face and a man for boom first class for Ghana but you being an industry player or something board no since I mentioned the business Minka a few messages that mean called Dr. Lord Mensaho. Chrissy Reynolds in Agona Dobin says it's very laudable that the Bank of Ghana has now stood its grounds to sanitize the financial sector. I know that there will be job losses, but we should not allow the malfeasance to continue. And then this one says let's see. I'm out for maybe many Abraham here, Feeling be the birthday ba. Kokrokoo Santa say, tell Otabil he's speaking too much English. Okay. He has made the discussion something. Farouk in Tema. It is refreshing to know Bank of Ghana is living up to its responsibilities. Most of these microfinance companies were milking innocent Ghanaians of their hard-earned money. And that's Farouk in Tema. Distressed savings loans companies, customers faith in limbo. Asembaba Debi, Ebenezer from Takrady, Accra Station. And then, okay, you mentioned a specific company. I don't want to go into specifics yet. Kwame, Mr. Otabil is using English to get away with the issues. Tell him to speak Chinese. You're done. I hear you. And then ask Mr. Otabil, those whose funds are locked up, how are they going to get their funds? Please. Ibrahim from Santa Maria. By the way, who in Bank of Ghana has not okay. Kobe, you're making allegations I cannot prove here, so I'll leave it here for now. Okay, let's see. Right. Were the microfinance companies keeping principal ledgers? Were their books balancing? Pani in Adenta. Good morning to you and your panelists. It seems microfinance are like one-man churches. Ask the Bank of Ghana workers for me, how come they sit there and watch these microfinance companies establish and then end up collapsing? Well, let me go to a man who knows better than I do and than most of us do. Dr. Lord Mensah is Senior Lecturer, Finance Department, University of Ghana, Legon. Doc, machibi makwa that's no adaje. Yeah, and there this classroom na behind tipacho. Yeah, that's it. Doc, nyako sunyina no ede suade ene wom dia na wadwen kyerɛkyerɛ analysis of your finance scene in Kokrokoo sui.
Now this normal we bring more association frame. Kwame. So share your friend is saying baby a free bar. Now we pempe so ya bedru ya. Ya say Bank of Ghana will pick its licensing activity for this microfinance institution somewhere 2015. 2019 a collapse. Me first say business be an ka and 5 years no afina na anka business no I start to shine bebre.
Okay.
Now share your maimu ha. Among for developing interest ma deposit taking institutions no because now we had times where our interest rate was so now interest rate was so far. It's amount for your confidence say me the mesika kotu krabia bia kra na metumi enya bibi kakra every home. It is that confidence no build it up. At the same time now so no na yes I dream kwakwa ebe fa so a ye be ma nkrofo bebre aye financially inclusive because we hear my mu ha most people especially the informal sector are excluded financially. I just say you know on to me formal banking sector and fanisika enkoto
and also nkojibusian
on to me sa enfa nkojibia so ho because they be rules no also firm and san wajisika no normal be brain no e be diama no
bro follow just
sa de we nyina no na eko ensa no interest rate kosro at the same time so no you share you drama for financial inclusion eti ade mienu we be kabo mu no em say dem hu yan say yema mu ha no ye hu so hwe because they ade bi e be bo man no enso ye hu so hwe
ye microfinance companies
yes ye hu so hwe kire say oka bibi say 155 na oma close
yeah
192 na omo ye insolvent so they went into revoke their licenses so share omo ye revoke your license here. I think say also produce omo exhaust omo scenarios nya
there's some omo for crime be
so I share possible job losses I share we have the social impact potokasem za de kano e bia omo share economic impact so on that decision so you be revoke 192 licenses now baby a me hwe aya na me de kakra ne say most of this microfinance Mrs. Tais obejima tuma most of them so if you have a balance sheet now I'm sorry accounting kakra obehu institution bank deposit taking institutions no they have their asset and they have their liabilities asset ne ye enkrofo sika sabio no omo convert it into loans omo de man krofo and liabilities no deposit omo agye free krofo now share microfinance here I'm say most of the time no a break krofo tadi omo sika maximum 1 year very short term. Now we say the same microfinance now waji obisika for 1 year no akọ dani sika nani na bia o de akoto edan. Na se bi o no ye banking na me chere bank management.
Okay.
Ye free be asset liability matching. I just say time na nipa no disika na brew no. Se kwa me wona me disika ma wa. Me de ma for 1 year. Me pese on so de kwa share ade bi mu a eno so ne time ye 1 year. Sebe ya me beji me sika what to me disika na ma me na wo wa benefit from interest na o de ma nipa no na o de me so interest aka me ho. Now most of this microfinance no obekomu no na se bi oji obi sika 1 year o de akoto asase. Oji obi sika 1 year o de akoto dan. Oji obi sika 1 year no de akoya de bi a ne maturity no cash flow maturities beyond 1 year no. Eti akoba ne se on fa sika ne mra na aye bebre. Eti so obekom balance sheet no so no na asie ho na aye liquid asset no ho na swele. Tubo se
adan car
petrol station ni ade nyomo obi. Eti won asie na swele.
Na so am say no because joints are straight.
Na so no aye light. Esro na was provide liquidity no. 1 year obetumi a try say obetumi satisfy your obligations no. Ho na dry. Na 192 year kan wa asem ya o se o revoke your license yi. A question kakra ba mitrim. Na me pese bi bisa say na 192 no ayebia no so mo hwehwe mu say ebi wo ho an kom betumi a support to upper part of the balance sheet a say bio they will be liquefied na enkoba se sankrofo na omuwo no enkoluso omadwuma because ebi wo ho an asset no wa converting into liquid keke. Na eso no na obre. So share DKM issue here by ya me find example kakra. Okay. DKM say edru ba bi no run transportation no articulators aiba had to sunyani fa no mako no filling station or befuo ni ade and you could see say now we're converting most of this liquid money into real asset illiquid and ye hono ena 192 yi ye revoke your license and pay ya fa no case by case ehun say bi one bi o ho anke betumi rescue omo a and come crofo ni lose adwuma na because of the social impact nitina maybe sasa no it is all share we ya abeya kwame say normal bebre Ghana ha yesu ehunu ni say ye document normal DAC kwame within the next 10 years no I won't be surprised that it will be repeating itself. Yes, because we share series of financial malpractices SEC or my munina na. So we jai adiane to ho now one document it and I say perpetrators don't causes a problem when to me and punish you and serve as a deterrent to others. Kwame, it has a tendency of repeating itself in the next 20 years. Because Obi and from and at the end of the free tentem. Because the moment I call it, starting my submission say time my interest rate cost now man for referee piramo. Because that time you develop appetite for savings. And every economy be interest was to be you develop interest for savings. Obi a person ka credit card to baby say be that when you be free home. It is a Sabreno na say I do Sabreno so perpetrators be up the who from your friend arbitrage opportunities. In the financial system they are there. You can't run away from them. It has to do with behavioral issues. Obi betimi abamu at any time onim say Sabreno make me mobilize deposit. Me Jesu amikodi. Oh yes. These are things that happens in the financial system. Etiakobani sana regulator no needs to step up its game. Emi de say okase openi kase regulator no wanda na regulator no was going step by step. There are procedural steps be also follow to make sure you are 60 days notice. E bi o hwa your friend say 91 days notice near the day and sana omo to me akrake hwep no.
But doc, talking about regulator, maybe sir or out about the same thing. So we share commercial banks need DAC cleaning the banking system. Now we share we swa. That question always remains. Regulator no yede. No ada. Now or out about no omo kita hudi.
Obroni for regulatory risk.
Okay.
Regulator can pose risk. In as much as you can have institutions to pose risk, the regulator can pose risk. The regulator can pose risk in a sense that maybe they might not have the capacity to regulate. So share background of the what do you call it, press conference on the revoking licenses here. It do be say they are going to make sure that they enhance supervision. Enhance supervision.
I don't know why you say Sinto. Enhance supervision.
It means how much you have to say Sinto. It could be sir, maybe off-site surveillance, no, on-site surveillance, more problem kakra. Maybe they are waiting for the people to submit their report before and no more active. You could see the regulator no a sin talk kakra because share number of microfinance you are more pretty. Now share baby more pretty. Now share your friend is saying what do you call it? Baby will be there. It do better than what trunk crime. What you say? Now what supervises uncle for you now with the operations off-site and on-site? It to me no now structure now was a building to make sure say we control this microfinance very well. No, I think we missed it because now was here tie almost to maybe every district capital commercial bank be or as a supervision institution rather than centralizing the supervision from here. You because the Bank of Ghana mafia that yet to me and regulatory sir your friend is a microfinance companies. That aspect no poses regulatory risk. The second aspect is the kind of capacity Bank of Ghana work in terms of human resource. They have the right people, but then I can tell you for also a fact that when it comes to capacity, maybe they might lack what is necessary to determine whether a financial institution is going wrong or not. I'm not saying they don't have the people, they have them, but trust me, sometimes I see this to be kind of what a close organization. I'm talking about the Bank of Ghana, a close organization to the extent that I barely see an advert place that Bank of Ghana is recruiting. And financing is about openness. Sabi you me ba na se me divisi kabrewa me pese me hu de wushem anaze de wo anaze ansa na me nya confidence de misika na brew.
Yeah.
Eti ekobane say the regulator is so closer in itself can pose regulatory risk. Eti that side no yenjai no. Eti yet to me can say regulator no a regulator
who issued licenses yet sat aloof for these microfinance companies to underperform. Will they be punished as well? Jomo Pokwase Festus sends that one. Mrs. Frimpong, ask her if there is the possibility that most of these microfinance companies have some investment in men's gold. Joyce, Enogre.
But investments or
ABC or men's gold. Into account of Muhachirum.
And also count.
Ask the man from Bank of Ghana how long will they sit for things to be destroyed before they come in. It also causes a lot of job losses, say Auku Ayen Suano. The revocation of the licensing of 347 microfinance companies is a step in the right direction. Suffice to say, the receiver must prioritize prosecution of the owners. So, Obama and Pokwasi, I've edited the rest of your message. I don't want to personalize things yet. Asema ato him. Mr. Otaba, say utie Joyce, Auntie Joyce, or say omode omushishe bi back together. Omunyaya nka mo be case by case, because I say mudi obia bom na moye no ebi wo ho a ebia utie doc immense so dia obi wo ha na assets ne di obi, but cash flow na problem. Did you even think through?
Because they see prospects.
Keeping the workers because they see prospects ahead. Did you think through, say, we could give them some liquid and supervise them onto the right track? Say, company, properties be brave. The liquid flow na over the medium term be but short term but they be man liquid kakane fee you put structures in place supervising year. We didn't have to close it down. Are you open for discussion, Bank of Ghana? I don't know.
Kwame me that say. So back time me submission. You see expression be say individual, institutional idiosyncrasies.
Bofo?
And therefore we didn't just go and adopt the push the button approach. Because yes, switch be on and off. Inti dia Madam Joyce Kaino and no any procedure ye faso. Every institution presents its own case, but ultimately no, that institution ya yeki omunya aye insolvent. And doc so can be to do with the asset
of structure of the asset.
Yes, we are very much in the way a bank balance sheet is, and areas that can lock up liquidity, where you borrow short and you go into some long-term investments.
Yeah, sure. And that is what they normally do.
Yes.
I used to be a board member with one of them.
Exactly. But Maminka say, technically, this particular exercise, you're classifying as assetless.
As anything,
assetless, just say, you're funny say institution, umuni asset biya omodeba. Because they don't have it. They don't have it.
All of them or some of them?
Oh, and I'm going to say a class. When you take a general view, you're looking at the average.
That's criminal on the only side.
The average situation. We've classified technical as assetless. If we're able to find, 10 here, 20 there, 30 there, fantastic. Well, we are most likely going to get you bet me be from other institutions. But if you look at the quantum, rim, and then you bet me here cover this envelope you are making available now. That is not what we are looking at. To look at the reducing the risks to depositors. Dr. Mensankas so in fact 80-90% of Nyokanya was just to support Nyamemekano. The other ones were just on suggestions. And I'm glad they say we use words like maybe, might, and it's not conclusive. From a regulator point of view, we speak with authority, and from the numbers and among and yes, now, Madam Joyce so can be about a proposal be our Modibre Bank of Ghana some time back be a but one full story behind it. There's a story behind it.
I know you
story away Cheney say you knew Mudi a bobo no and you could do baby who say Omu risks no more taking senior Dr. Lord Mensah talking about regulatory risks nadia no kwame there's risks everywhere. There is risks everywhere, and Obekacho, you could be risks anywhere. But I say there's tie risks, there's every risk. But you also say when you look at the inherent risks now, then you have to mitigate the inherent risks. Sure. Whichever comes as residual risks, then you find a way to do further treatment of the residual risks. Into risks, there are risks. Regulatory risk could be anything. True, you can have an examiner who is not good. A fact. So there are regulatory risks that you may also have to factor in.
In this regulator,
Debbie, I'm not answering. I'm just saying, sir, he came up with issues to do with
risk,
regulatory risks.
As a more pentame, no, and yet cases say OBC or pentame. He made reference to aspect of the police now. Strengthening supervisory structure, enhancing. We are professional. You do work on CPD, continuous professional development. What twin traffic could say who anyway. Let's say we are doing regulatory work. There are banana skins. Who here regulatory work? Ne couldn't pempen. Who said 347 institutions of the ladder now they falling off. It calls for introspection. Is this something that you see? And I use the word pause and reflect. Then you see whether we can do something differently. And the release spoke about that enhancing part of it. And enhancement does not mean an admission of past failure. And that does not. They are mutually exclusive. Well, inti Joyce directly microfinance institutions realizing say they are taking on more risks than they could support themselves. And they should come after we done a asset quality review on processes say they can support and sustain their business. And yes, move for capital and Bambeshe and give them time on physical. The deadline was 30th of June, I think 2018 was the deadline. Also in this Canada. And being a board member and being a microfinance owner, the situation regarding that. And who bobo and omukofa proposals be by proposal way back 2018. Yes, sir. You see, that is what she was referring to. Now,
Ononkasa na edwuma na ankasa no say anye affected. So she's a witness. In fact, I was looking for somebody who was a witness. Obetumi aka ne oye no right enti ono anye that much affected. And in situations like this, you don't expect obi edi beji say edwuma send ye eyo misura no pa mekwa kwatra ye gifi misa enyamia. You would expect them to come up with some of these issues now there, and that is fair, that is acceptable. But she rather confirm the facts. They be a dinkita ho, they been aware ya catch from say edwuma wuye baby awe bi wan hwa ye tumu mamu ye edwuma ne biomo depositors fans so kofa obi wo ho pa or was say Bank of Ghana onim na obi aba depository office ho. The head of the office no afre microfinance owner no discussion group mo aba na we supervising this kind of man. It is very terrible at the operational level, and she knows the problems of omuko through no depositors yankasa etro eba financial stability department. Your office be afraid market conduct where complaints and all those things can be sent there. No much no madiaba. We have the report and asking our brain department say ye na course in those institutions. Okwa institution there the very institution na ya catch on say modwuma ya mu ye ekwa mu nam so enye nti change your ways among society. Nti Kwame as no near ekosino no
enkofosika wo ho no is going to go I am more procedures near there. Mobile down we say Kwame Sefa can me 5 CDs share X capital, may 10 CDs for V capital, may 25 CDs our M capital. Nyaye there will be some panic naturally because nipa be fees of musika come. Inti edian she share na moya you beat me enya isika.
The receiver.
Receiver or ho friends Nipa Eric Nipa, right? They didn't quite mystery. Or your friend Nipa, in Nipa, but receiver. But they say I didn't quite so near Befa.
Okay. Uko branch bibi odi usika ekoye na obeko na receiver Nipa bako ho.
Na see atum, mo se matutu.
Mienu.
What to tomorrow?
You revoke the licenses of the institutions.
Brofo.
And ya
matum.
But the offices, the branches are open because of the depositors.
Okay.
So they are not open for normal business. No, it's not business as usual.
But in the immediate term, now the omokwa omunsan musika because na afena receiver no quality numbers na.
That's exactly what you are. In fact, you are speaking to the receiver in statement now we should. Or the aba and no say senior Kwame Kanye no. Obu anisika wa ha, obu anisika wa ha all those things. Or create what we call a registry of our depositors. Into uko form ukwa for ebema form be your friend a POD form. So who could prove that a proof of debt form. There's a POD form no failure. Now what the ama you need a proof of ID as well. Now the count now the officers on duty, and you meet even staff of the institution. Now we say you meet some of them there, if not all. More assistant receiver not to collate the information, the issue that Kwame has brought up. So that process is ongoing. Receiver number no some me 10 days. Now mean this particular process. Until yampa immediately they will send case. But after 10 days or the BBA go within 30 days, then the receiver nakasana akano. People will start receiving their money.
Ben, are you saying, sir, me call baby in there? Baby, I'm in the musica to 4th of June. May fill me POD forms, ni bibia. Acha by the 20th. Call the end. Me start in the musica.
Mami chemi mau. Receiver statement they are to say, oh, here 10 days to make sure, say, all these processes in terms of collating the actual depositors as per what Ombe find on the field are completed. No was started validation process. Validation in BBH say or per se or no ohun say or simesi sika orgy exactly sika say the man because one sheswa or confess the omu bejim ombe create omu sika bas or babeji. And so we have validation process now. No was started the payment, but let's say this: the payment will be on a gradual basis. Now I'm privy to the process involved. Now receiver no share at the appropriate time. But the mechanism
sorry, it's from POD to validation
and to payment.
How long are we looking at?
Good. Now let me put this on air. The payment process and the receiver will make sure say the paying institution, bank salaries or payment, will not get millions of people rushing there at the same time. To obey designing a system that would ensure, say, for instance, and there alphabet A for no kwa no mokwa ombeko akwakojo musika alphabet B, that sort of thing. So there will be a system that will make it orderly, so that you don't get a situation whereby banking, the same institution, and or you are not going to other people. So you don't want. Oh, I think the receiver will be in the best position based on what they will find. Well, maybe we didn't come over see or more field no some year juma. Eric, Mr. Nipa Ba, obetumi ama based on what they have found, any processes, any stage approach, how is going to last. But the true woman is depositors are protected in this regard, and we'll be making sure that the depositors are paid.
Obiasi Kanyira,
David.
Doc, what you do?
I mean, the when is there? Say, cause Obiasi Kanyira, Sikano at this time, I said problem about it. Obi ordinary Sika to Obiara, and I Sika botin and open. By interest net, that's no. I know sometimes a problem, and it's a microfinance institution. Sometimes they promise 5% a month. Obeki kabomono na a year na 60%. Na your economy you man can say tea. We share interest rate structures now. Maybe no 60% work. It no receiver no. Maybe a recommendation is nipa na promise you 60% no. Maybe I be taking haircut. Now I be a 15 home. Not just the principal account. That's how I foresee it coming. But then it needs to be handled well. Let me state this here. It needs to be handled well because this economy here, the informal sector is huge. It is a handle ni na kobani say sabi you see ka the kotu okra no went me enya ebe create panic. I'm enkrofo be da musika so wo fie. It to me that aspect we need to handle it very well. Because I'm a board member of, I don't want to mention name, of a finance house, Sabiona Yesika War, your friend is saying, one of those CBG banks.
Yeah.
One of the approach was that, fine, we've had a situation in this way. But then your bank, what the bank was promising you was too huge. So you need to take a haircut. And that make us say, I affect your asset.
Yeah.
As our asset has been wiped off by half. Just because of this, amalgamation of the 5 banks.
Yeah.
It gets worrying. It is an aspect of it. No, sir. Fine. I will get my principal because of the panic situation. I'll be happy. But then the interest on it, if we don't handle that aspect, because Obu Anisika stay by 9 months, Obu Anisika stay by 6 months. By the end of the year, I'm expecting interest be and as I say, if you all crowns when you say company na for the app there, but chomo. Bet me the interest na can home. Now with this situation now, Ebia Uncle Banisa, that receiver recommended Sabiono, Yentia, we because when you born a testiso. Yentia, your friend say, Yentia principal mom, interest no, you bet me at Chasukakra. To me, say bet take you 2 years as a receiver, that's a government. After all, it's the taxpayers' money.
Yeah.
That's 2 years and now 3 years, I only bet you 60% amana. I think that we'll be better off to build confidence in the system than say bibi bebane ebeka say mu take haircut interest here tuani na Mamiko Tie Joyce na member. But before that, this one says misuse of depositors' monies are the cause of all these issues. Someone establishes a microfinance company today, and tomorrow he has a mansion, flashy car. People start making him chairman of every event in this country. It is very painful how innocent people are going to lose their jobs. But until we change our mentality, this issue is going to be analyzed, spoken about for years and years. George Quating in Adenta. Now, this one says, ask Auntie Joyce for me. Somebody is asking about Alpha Capital Savings and Loans. Amma, you've sent it like 15 times. I told you I'm not going to do. Let's look at the issues why Miss Sarah. And yes, I'm sure say Nameka will issue. The Bank of Ghana has branches in all regions, don't they? Well, I think they have offices of representation almost across the entire country. Dr. Amwa, is that Dr. Amwa here? No, we have Dr. Mensah.
Dr. Mensah got part of the submission wrong. Microfinance operations are not the same as banking operations. No commercial bank can supervise a microfinance company. People messed up and must be wiped out. Those left must be supported to bring confidence back. Alex sent that one. Kwame, I work with a microfinance company in Accra. We survive because our core mandate is to protect depositors' funds. We don't use it for asset financing, and we make sure that all loans have been fully recovered. Our directors don't assume that depositors' funds blah 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 blah. Godfred article, I don't understand the end of it, but Kwame, the big people we look up to are the same big people whose decisions are making us suffer as a country. MPP and NDC, the value is the same. Nana Dollar, I'm looking for the MPP and NDC here. I can't honestly find any MPP or NDC in this matter. At this point, if your money is in it and you're NDC, you are affected. If it's in it, your MPP, you are affected. So, can we for once forget about the NDC and the MPP and look at the issue on the table? I'm out for cash, Akemu, Masa. Now, this one says, I just heard the man say that depositors' monies are safe. I want to trust that. I strongly feel that one of the collapsed microfinance companies was given a raw deal because they invested in Beige Capital and Royal Bank. When these two banks were consolidated, government told them that investors' monies will not be lost. Yet the collapsed microfinance was not paid their money, but they were branded insolvent and closed down. Why didn't government pay them their money? Kwejo Nyakom. Okay, that's a good one. I'll ask Mr. Otterbill. Regulating the financial sector for a robust economy is definitely a good step. But have they thought of the fact that revoking the licensing of these microfinance companies could lead to panic withdrawals and job losses? What do they have in place for those who are going to lose their jobs? Charles Nyame and Asaman Kese. Kwame, I wonder why we are not looking at this from a scientific point of view. If you pursue open liberal capitalism such as this, it's only natural that these things will happen. Can you tell me one perfect or effective regulatory body in Ghana? When government refuses to take full responsibility for economic systems and leaves everything to fend for themselves under some regulatory body, these things happen. The system contradicts with the innate culture of the people. So, check how regulatory bodies in Europe came about, and all these will make sense. We normally do things just because it is done elsewhere, not because we thought about it. Kufarus in Tema. Auntie Joyce.
Yes, sir.
Yes, someone just can have a High Life account.
Yeah,
High Life account.
High Life account.
Musi da kesiye kasa kesiye.
Oh.
Na afi ahokyere ba. Na mudimirika. Na moko Bank of Ghana offer sa abrofo na maintain da liquidity support. Yes, mudi sika na High Life account. That is for some of you.
Yeah.
Ben was asking us to ask you. I didn't know here differently.
Kwame,
yes, Auntie.
Mr. You won't say microfinance no started from around 2008 no mobile. Around that time 2008 2009 2010 I started this ego and all those things and all that. Say maybe can say if you be a mensa some of us came in with good intentions. Some of us came in with these intentions. Say yeah, babe mobilize. Yeah, babe jijin kofusika na sebe yeah the journey near the so all those things. You know, and now become this thing about. There are some I know in the industry already more than 5 years, 6 years. Sebe or that's rented dine. Or you see you or that's rented dine. Oh yes, Onia Sase. Sebe company can or that's you use. Enti ye wo enkofo a omo mu a omo wo genuine intention say ye ba be boa omo a ehiafo no microfinance say ye boa ehiafo. Nti enye ye nyina ebi wo mu a mentimi nka say ye nyina ye papa de but ebi wo mu a omo nso de different motives and ideas came into the business, and then that is how far it has brought us. With the intention say but over the years no say along the line there was a bit of stability in the sector, in the sense association no adebi undergo a lot of training. To the extent a lot of us had to redefine our mission and our vision for the business. Focusing more on the double-edged approach here, social impact, having a social mission as well as a financial mission. That is the focus of microfinance. We are supporting the poor to achieve a social mission and also be financially sustainable. So one kasa business no so ebe wo. Enti Mr. Gamsi aboa yen a trainee yen recently before this a year we had AFB coming to support us for over 40 months, selected about 40 of us to support us, to train us on international standards of microfinance. A lot of us in the 137 have clearly we are cutting the path of proper microfinance. We're doing proper microfinance. Because proper microfinance, that is what I said. Share the social mission of our people as well as financial sustainability. And the training, Gamsia provided for us from with our sponsors. Now, boy and Palmer say no yenina ya wohono. Na most of us ya better microfinance as the main focus we want to go, the way we want to go. Unfortunately, we are bay. And yes, me dem de bia me kanche me kan ne masem ba kwa me kan say Bank of Ghana MYN 137 there MYN two key things na de bia me stress o share financial sector na credit reporting on say right kwa ye kan nyina ye say depositors funds are very good, but me a practitioner of microfinance. Microfinance sector no, your credit reporting, the whole financial sector. Enye obi koji loan ewo baby market woman bet me akoji loan wo X1 microfinance. No akoji was Z microfinance. No akoji was B microfinance. There is no credit reporting system, proper credit reporting system. Ubetimi dia check it.
Send the credit rating to
send the credit rating to same. Rekwame. Enti share depositors funds here focusing on it. I agree. Ebeboa. But going forward no, say ya share your credit reporting system with Chroma.
Dr. Mensa.
Prof Kai, Doc Kai say coming 10 years. Me the mean 10 years so me ma 5 years. Credit reporting ya the biometric na ya ma right on my phone. I should be able to get somebody's credit rating.
Sure, your ID card.
Say yes.
You should be able to integrate.
And it say NIA ade omuye. Me dem me fo so pa I agree with them. Say compete me they are linking to the credit reporting na e ade be boy your financial sector because
I suggest the customers be so etramazan.
Brakwame. Yeah, can't deposit in kwa ni yenhwe credit side no. Na ye we duma no no. Credit side no. Duma mu di ye no.
Ama for balance mo.
Me na da o.
Chai.
Or Jessica na otimeji wo 10 microfinance institutions with different ID cards.
Kwa na julo.
Na oko bisana oko na akwada ne ka o se me di amakwasi me di ene wa amantem me di amakwasi enti ochina na wo waba e bit me some phone numbers obeji loan na no asesa ne phone number obeji usika ukubeko ni fie no baby okotire wo se ni fie no obeko no nti owetu
na munji collateral bia
Kwame. Microfinance is about small loans 500 Ghana. Me meet me 200 cedis loan 200 cedis it me loan 100 cedis collateral bear now they back loan of 100 cedis and 200 cedis
come one mama kai collateral ya 7 collateral no mujo na quality no. I remember example. In credit manager bia microfinance. Oji collateral ama loan na damfo or the loan man na damfo and oji hammer as a collateral.
Car hammer.
I'm talking about hammer. I come do baby do baby acquire default you know. Near see Anton hammer no. Egusi was here. The quality of the collateral.
Na hammer so
no hammer. Minimum so be better brand new.
Na hammer kwa etwam ye ne.
Fine etwi hammer. Egusi skills is here. Ya twa.
Obianto.
Kwame, me a quick interjection.
Please.
You know, Madam Joyce, making reference to the credit reporting aspect.
That if it can be synced,
which is key.
Yeah.
Now,
integrated.
It's a financial sector-wide, initiative. And recently, once the Bank of Ghana, we've been talking about that, quite a lot. Now, the problem is that operators themselves are not utilizing the available system. So your members will have to make sure say the credit reference na try and use the system, because you see there is a very technical thing. Many years back, one of these border programs one of the guys about microfinance. What you say? Or say a loan does not go bad after disbursement. It actually goes bad at the point of disbursement.
Yeah, of course.
Okay? It goes bad at the point of this care movie. I wouldn't say anything what the best supported that when the person does not pay. So it means that you are opening yourself up to risk.
The credit reference bureau are capturing this formal sector. Most of the time. These people are off radar. These targets are off radar.
Maybe. You develop a system gradually. You build upon it. Right. You're talking about unique identifier, going by metric and all this. These are all financial sector-wide, issues that we have to look at. And I'm just telling you, even if it is formal or informal, the Bank of Ghana is always hammering on the need for the credit referencing system to be utilized. Now you're talking about collateral. We have the collateral registry.
But just
when you say your collateral registry,
Sure.
If you don't perfect your collateral, what then happens? The collateral must be perfected. Ukono simple searcher. I bet me a catch or say, Kaya nipe your DB.
Hammer.
So hammer put there. It wasn't encumbered in any other way. No beer or fair comobia. But it was just a poor quality asset. But sometimes we beat me a case of the land title na dear beba. Time me bedu say ukako try to yes.
Oh, and they say you can't have
coordinate no the amount at the pum. A pum neda. Obey bibia dia babofu say a good title. So try to perfect your collateral. Now perfect your collateral now, it will help you also to improve on your the business. Then my job here this morning is not about looking at operations of the microfinance sector, but these are structures that we have a central bank making available we to utilize it to strengthen your operations. And I think you are also very passionate about the remaining 137.
That's more
and
formal.
We've made certain commitments in the statement that we've issued. Mudie say
we'll start with commercial banks. Since you do microfinance, who's next? Savings and loans?
Yes. Who say Kwame?
Yes, sir.
And yet the situation is to sanitize the financial sector.
So who's next?
Medium, the next person to go.
Savings and loans.
No, if there are
rural banks,
if there are vulnerabilities, if there are weaknesses in any sector now, the central bank will always take that decision. So it is not a snapshot action. Then it shouldn't happen again. With him, an institution, whether bank or a fast-moving consumer goods, anyone, a beverage, a bit me a solvent in there. Or China will take a certain decision that will make it insolvent.
Oh yeah, overnight.
It can go insolvent. So we shouldn't create that kind of panic within the financial space, but then people become expectant. Oh, yes, way back. Into me, say no. You have to anchor public expectation. You have to make sure the public trust is maintained. The signal from this is to let the public know, say we are committed to building a very strong and resilient financial sector, and that will promote that concept of financial stability. Because from the monetary policy point of view, to maintain price stability, financial intermediation is very, very important. The transmission mechanism actually gets impaired if the whole financial intermediation system is not working well, especially through the credit channel. It is you make the effort to make sure, say, governor painstakingly with the research team now there about looking at the position of monetary policy or say 16%, and we have to maintain it there given the risk to inflation and growth now there now obey no do baby now obey them 100%, 120% now there. How do you then explain some of these issues? It's all part of the problems within the financial space, and most of it borrowing at the secondary market, microfinance, 50% now or the these all impact on your operations. Because your cost of operations, are high in that particular. So we know all these things, but the assurance is that each and every institution are listeners. We looked at those specifics and then made sure they are really candidates, right? Per the provisions of the law, and now almost suffer the fate that they've actually suffered.
Right. Joyce, your final comments on all of this?
Yeah, that's it. Brakwame, I am say the way forward for us, Makai, we see that they should support us as they have always done. Now, almost supporting in terms of credit reporting na mandika akano. Because one of the things that also caused most of us to go insolvent was that source of funding
costly,
too high. Say microfinance now udema ehia for na untimi nkojiska 48%. Now mama tono 30%. Exactly. And we need some kind of microfinance fund to be we can get access to that low interest. You bet to me dear boa and for you see all this is the financial agenda inclusion. Go down to this kind of target people who are already a high risk area. The extra say permissible activities microfinance and never be brave or yentimi something as simple as mobile money. But these are all sources of other small sources of income. A bit timia boy and ne cushion. You say be a do baby ocean system need for loans, environment need for loans. You can fall on other sources of income. A bit boy into more extending your permissible activities and MY. Na ye petitions no say ye gather na ba almost so enhwe my na omone en dialogue na baby ye betu ye no na fa ye ntu ye sebe ya other members no so ombeshama but bra kwa me as last thing bia ehu hia me microfinance no ya ye bio ya bo ankofo ye was success stories bebre. We have serious success stories bra kwa me nka mesre one day ya anka yemra ma yenkrofo bi yemra now see success stories about the things that we have done for people.
Ye proper mumuya na konya otabe numu ye dia the success story but chankwa no masama be you atwe but enkofo obi wo wa oton wache ya timi ene na ya adwuma ma watimi ahwe ne ba university nursing school amana complete obi etimi ato asase obi etimi asidan out of microfinance. And sometimes sometimes because the customers sometimes also call you themselves and tell you ma boy and more and can maybe say me say me wine and I met me at asase and I me say any wine no met me asidan and me say anyone met me as a container. Mr. Anyone I met him. Yes, so there was success stories, Ayana, Yansho Kakra, because we have also contributed to the economic development of we have created jobs for our people, a lot of jobs. Those times, mobile bankers era, by na mobile SHS, SHS, but we were employing them and helping them to gather money
almost salaries almost boa no they are co university nti be bie kwan no 1 year 2 years no or gadas kana no the university mu na ne maame nso etimi aso ne papa so apo supporting with the nti we have some success stories and sometimes I am say ya na yen hwe wakutu kakra na no so be boa ye
doc boy
yo come the American is say every financial system goes through this dynamics and is out of some of this dynamics na ya na it may build up regulations near there. So share even the formal banking your Basel 1, Basel 2, Basel 3. Some of these caveats are happening. See, now my regulator also coming up with some new rules, new directions, new structures. I bet to me I hold up the financial system. So they are all part of the, you know, the financial system dynamics. But in any case, no, a BBR say BB says here. Make us say confidence in the financial system does not go down. It goes down. For us to win the confidence back, no, it depends on how we handle the situation. This year, about 380, let's say 380 microfinance, and I can 155 or 137. 137. Now with this 137, I don't know the concentration of this 137. As someone can cry her. So my can cry her there. And that is almost when cry or if I na Sebiono or Bibika cry or the Betonia diadem. These are all part of the activities MC regulator no should come up to make sure say the beer microfinance activity again grounds will be they can extend it to them. To me, it's not new to me. I mean, every financial system goes through this restructuring and those, you know, dynamics of arbitrage processes and all those. But in the end, how you handle it depends on, the confidence you can build up again depends on how you handle the current situation. But then I think the future is bright.
Mr. Table, Doc says the future is bright.
And the future is very, very bright.
You want to agree with him?
The most important thing is and it's very true. So BBC is here and obia na attention echo regulator no so. Now I say the regulator has gone back to sleep. You realize the global financial crisis here now global financial crisis here by America was the epicenter now. There is no regulated market in the world than America. When they eventually realized that people were booking individuals, even with a whole top accounting firm, you know, Arthur Anderson being complicit in the whole process. A bad toxic loans are it has no value, being captured on books as, you know, assets of good value. I'm deceiving Crawford onto a pointer, you know, he came out saying we should write these things off. Now the contagion effect, you know, affected the whole economy, leading to the credit squeeze. And not only that, Enron, Tyco, you were Peregrine, you were Parmalat, there were several examples of these things that happened. But America is one of the countries which has the best regulations. What happened? They introduced what? Sarbanes-Oxley Act. You know, SOX came in and they almost said Dodd-Frank or Frank Dodd. We have situations that really come up within financial systems, and you know, these are some of them. After that, we have the, you know, Basel III, introduction of the necessary capital buffers and all those things to make sure that we don't return to the era where we have financial institutions being in a very poor state. So what we are experiencing is our own little way of, you know, cleaning up process to make sure that we build a very, very resilient and robust, you know, financial system, especially at all times able protecting depositors. And the bright future also comes to play simply because as part of the development of financial system architecture, deposit protection app. You know, there's a Ghana Deposit Protection Corporation which will be launched. We have the act already in force, and the act has given a time. I will say the whole process must stop. So
talking about the act, just my last question on this.
We are improving the
based on Joyce Bisa into any system app structure biya waha semeji loan wo mo na mesakoji loan wo doc ho. There is no system where you can type my name in and know say me kai me the loan. There's nothing like that.
I think she should be the best person.
No, you are in the bank. You are the Bank of Ghana. I'm asking.
Yes.
They don't have it.
We don't.
We have the credit. That's exactly what we have. The credit reference agency that makes that.
So why aren't we using it?
So if you are not using, I said it earlier. Make use of all these things. In fact, the governor has always been banging on this particular issue, because if you don't do that, now people do, different borrowings from different institutions, and which always goes above their ability to pay.
Yeah.
So these systems are there. Make use of them. If there are deficiencies, if you want improvement in every system development, we have the enhancement part that comes, and then the enhancement is responding to changes in the environment. So, Joyce, making use of those infrastructure available, and then if there are deficiencies, then the deficiencies can be addressed, but not necessarily leaving it as it is, and then assuming that it is for a certain segment of the market, and therefore it doesn't apply to us.
Peace FM.
Well, Anope Ora Bernard Atu Otabil, yes, Unai Mary Echian Anope, or your Assistant Director, Other Financial Institutions, Supervision Department of Bank of Ghana. Dr. Lord Mensah is Senior Lecturer, Finance Department, University of Ghana, Legon. Mrs. Joyce Frimpong, your Board Member, Ghana Association of Microfinance Companies, or now your microfinance owner. In command, you see, now, I'm sure say there are more questions than answers, but when we can find them again and find the time, we'll do it again. Mr. Otabule, that's an opinion.
Mr. Medas.
Doc, and then the other could school that's but I'm suing you. That been a baby.
The only time I'll come from me.
But my pocket account financial inclusion is out of no.
Important part.
Financial education.
Yeah.
If our financial literacy,
Yeah.
More sweetheart, Auntie Joyce. Yeah, that's an opinion. But whatever it is you're doing right, let the rest do same.
Yes, sir.
Now you have to why? But if I must say, and I pay P 104.3 time check. It's 11 in the morning. Thursday morning. Have a good holiday, a great day, and stay safe.